I'm gonna pretend it doesn't exist now. That is my current plan. Just pretend it doesn't exist and I won't notice. What do you think? Good plan?
That's not going to work for you.
It's a perfect plan.
You already noticed.
It'll work fine for me. Notice what? Notice the fact that we don't have a name for this podcast?
Hey.
You want to talk about that?
I can't have all the ideas.
You have all the ideas. Like, yeah, let's have a podcast. Alright, what kind of podcast? Oh, I don't know. Alright, cool. This is general podcast. Currently, podcast 404. Welcome, everybody, by the way. Unnamed. Did you come up with any ideas? I asked you to.
Well, how many people are we having?
How many people are we what?
It's just going to be you and me?
Right now, just you and me. If anybody else wants to join at any point, just blast Julian with messages or put him on this video if you want to join. It'll be on Discord. Hopefully we'll be able to do people's faces and stuff. I'm hoping. I don't know.
I'll just write down a bunch of names.
I don't think Julian will ever do, will ever put his face in this, but you never know.
I will not.
That's a maybe. But yeah, so what names did you come up with? You can say it's a podcast. You can say it out loud.
I know.
Oh, okay. Hey,
I'm literally coming up with them.
Oh, you're coming up with them.
As we're talking.
What was it? Okay. Just like, did you do the homework? Yes. There's two guys and a mic and Pococast. By the way, I actually have Pococast on my notes as well. I made almost an entire page of podcast name ideas, and one that's not a podcast idea. It's two guys, one game.
Hey.
Yeah. What is it? Do you want me to go over mine real quick while you think of some?
Sure.
All right. So it started out with the podcast without names. So there's unidentified podcast because of like unidentified artists that you get in music and stuff when it's not put in. Podcast 404, which is the placeholder for now. Pococast. I went back to the 404 for 404 cast. Then there was podcast not found. Then I went to the fact that there was two of us and there was split screen podcast, two player podcast, co-op cast, two guys, one podcast. And then after that, I just started going with whatever came to mind. So there was Weeb Chat, Blastcast, the Caravan Cast, because for those who don't know, Poco Cabana, Poco's the name of my cat, and I used to yell at him all the time because he does things he's not supposed to, so he went Poco no, and then I don't know. Caravan was one of the things that was kind of in the idea of my coming up with the name, so the Caravan Cast. Game Talk, Waste My Time and Talk to Me, please. This isn't a list, it's a cry for help. Game Blast, and Table Talk, if we ever did a tabletop podcast thing. So that's what I came up with for ideas. What do you got? You want to say them out loud?
I got two guys on the mic, Pococast and their cast.
Look at that.
I'm not a names person.
I'm not a names guy.
I don't have Dylan's
You came up with
PTSD.
Beautiful names. PTSD. I was born without a name. Traumatized me. I have a stress disorder over names. Were you actually going for like OCD? Obsessive compulsive disorder?
Shut up.
I just wanted to make sure.
Just because you're Asian doesn't mean you can shove your doctor down my throat.
Shove my what? A doctor?
I know you always wanted to be a doctor.
I don't think I ever wanted to be a doctor. There's a lot of responsibility that comes into being anyone who's like a healthcare professional that I don't think I could do. And I heard a horror story one time from one of my coworkers when they were in the health industry. And, not so keen on having that happen. What was it? They were cleaning, they were doing equipment cleaning for, colonoscopy things. Can't remember what they're called. Scopes. Yeah, colonoscopy scopes. And their hair fell in the water. and they just got a pair of scissors and just cut their hair off. Which, by the way, oh shit, I just realized how my mic's at a weird angle since I set it up hastily and started working on other things. 1 second. By the way, if you ever are working on cleaning said scopes and your hair falls inside the water, cutting off your hair is 100% the correct decision to make. Just fucking start from a clean slate.
Or don't have long hair.
Or cut off all your hair and start from a clean slate. My web camera just glitched from me moving my arms.
This seems like a Dylan problem more than normal people.
The colonoscopy scope thing, or the my web camera freaking out evidently because I got because the lighting is so weird and everything. If I move even a little bit, it tries to adjust everything, and I think it tried to make everything super dark for like a split second there or some shit. Like if I move back, I get super light. If I start getting close, it gets super dark. The hair thing, yeah. I guess that's more of an issue. That's something I'd have to worry about more so than... you have super short hair still, don't you?
Yep.
Yeah. You and Moshe both just like... buzz cut.
Moshe has a... not long hair, but... I guess a normal head of hair.
He's got a normal head of hair on him. Yeah, well, most people have shorter hair. Or, I don't know. Nowadays. Ish cut. I don't think I can actually say that. Because there's a lot of dudes that have longer hair nowadays.
I've only known you.
Yeah, but like, there's more than there was before. A lot of people rocking the hair bun. Myself included, but it's mostly just to keep my hair like out of my face, out of my coffee, out of my sink full of colonoscopy scopes. Colonoscopy scopes. There we go. Hey, words and shiz. But like those are my prime concerns. Yeah, I mean, yeah, out of my own coffee. Also, food.
I'm talking about at work, but okay.
No, I mean, yeah. At work, I am required to keep my hair inside a hair bun. Because you're not allowed to have your hair touch your shoulders. Yeah.
I thought you had to wear a hairnet.
Nope. What is it? If you had a big enough, bushy enough beard, that you have to wear a beard net, though. That's pretty great. Jovan had to wear one for a bit. It was fantastic. I'm trying to see if I got a cleaning rag. I haven't used the webcam in a while because I haven't been doing any face cams because I don't like the look of my face. Spoiler alert, everybody. Yeah, all my videos coming up, all one of them that's still not edited, not gonna have a face cam.
Alright, I'll be glad to see that in 2 months.
Yeah! Yeah, no, I gotta edit together Risk of Rain, and I have like, 16 hours of Kingdom Hearts or Kingdom Hearts 3 that I was originally just gonna upload it just as is, but due to video recording issues with OBS that I should actually double check to see if this is going to be having, since I just updated OBS and that's what caused it last time. Alright, recording bitrate is fucking high. We're good. We're solid. Fucking crisp, clean, perfect.
And you were recording the whole time.
No, thankfully there is a recording thing that tells you how long. We've been recording for almost 15 minutes now. What was it? Yeah, no, because I went to go record it in the bitrate after I don't know if I had to reinstall OBS or something or what happened, but it was at 3,000. And it's just like, oh yeah, no, on their very own website for recording and everything. And I don't know what streaming is supposed to be at, but definitely higher than 3,000. It's recommended to do 30,000 minimum for recording. I'm running this at 40,000. Yeah. So it was 10 times lower quality than what is recommended. And they usually, anywhere that recommends something recommends things low, usually. I'm going to open a window real quick just to make sure that there's airflow in this room.
I thought you meant on your computer.
Window's already open. No. It's for my computer. If that makes any difference. Fuck, what was I talking about? I was yammering on about something. Oh, right, the bitrate on OBS.
Yeah.
Yeah, so everything that I recorded for like 4 hours is just straight potato. Like, it looks like I recorded an Atari. So that
Well,
hurts.
why don't you?
Why don't I record an Atari, or why don't I just release it so it looks like it's on a goddamn Atari?
Both.
One, because as low as my standards are, they're not quite that low. Like, I have it uploaded to YouTube, but I refuse to actually release it, so I'm gonna have to re-download it and then edit it. I'm just gonna cut it down to highlights, so that way, while there is suffering, anybody that wants to watch this stuff on a higher quality will eventually get to that, and they won't have to go through all of, like, it'll be mashed potatoes. I got some low quality potato going on, so it's just like, shit, I can't just make a baked potato with this, so I made it mashed potatoes. So I'm gonna take the good qualities of those potatoes and be like, yeah. There you go. But that means that I have to do highlights for all of the videos now. Woo.
Right.
And then I also have a bunch of Risk of Rain.
Something you do.
Yep. And then I got a bunch of Risk of Rain 2 that I ended up recording. Because, got that game. Thank you, Joe Vaughn, by the way. He's the one who picked me up that game. And we played a bunch of that, recorded some of that, and then I also played it with Justin and Jake. Well, I think, what was Justin drinking? Justin was drinking Jaeger at the time. So I need to take that, and then I need to kind of edit that as well.
Sounds like an eventful week.
Yeah. Alright, so you ended up changing your icon, and you ended up changing your name and everything. I am kind of curious. Do you plan on, like, rebooting your channel? Because I haven't seen videos on that.
Oh God, no.
I have been desperately waiting for new content.
Are you actually subscribed to me?
Maybe.
Because you might be holding your breath.
Oh, okay. How long can I expect to hold my breath for?
Unless you want to see my liked videos, then a while.
Oh, okay. I think I can hold my breath. I want to say for like maybe 30 seconds. I am not a healthy man.
Well, you do that.
Oh, okay.
Tell me how it works out.
I'm gonna die on the first ever 404 podcast, or podcast 404. I bet you that somebody already has this name, don't they?
Why don't you look it up?
I don't want to Google it right now. We're in the middle of making the future. Alright, it's not the future.
Middle future.
Oh, we're in the middle of making the future. Which, I'm not gonna lie, if the future is both of our weird images, my crappy ass cut skeleton, your image made in Photoshop, and then a picture of my wall thrown through a bunch of filters with the text podcast 404 entertainment not found. If that is the future, we got some rough years ahead of us.
Ever since the YouTube censorship, we've had to downgrade.
Oh, okay, yeah. Everything has to be completely family friendly. I can't have these swords on here anymore. Gotta cover those up. You know? The skeleton's fine. Dead people are... that's fine. You know? Creepy faces, dead people, that's fine.
No, wait, Dylan.
What?
Skeletons are illegal in China.
Actually, that's a lot of people in China. Maybe the skeleton's not okay. The swords are fine. They're a sign of culture. Especially since it's Sword Art Online. That's quality right there.
You gotta appease to the Chinese.
I mean, yeah. I'm gonna pander. Myself. I don't know what all the restrictions are for like China. I know for like Chinese games and everything, you censor skulls. What is it? Does blood need to be censored for those games?
I think so.
I want to say, yeah, gambling I don't think is allowed, and a lot of sex symbols also needs to be removed when you put a game on Chinese servers. I don't know. I haven't made games to release on the Chinese market. Not yet.
Do you ever plan on doing that?
Not really. I currently working on a game design thing, but that's more of just I wanted something to do when my hours were lower. So I challenged one of my coworkers to design a game. And then my hours got bumped up to like 38 hours a week. And now we're doing this. And then I also have my brother wants to hang out on Friday. I think, what is it, on the 8th? Evidently, I have to try and see if I can get the day off to go see or to hang out with my sister. The issue with that is I was told today, and the 8th is in. It was like the 8th was in like a week and 2 days, and I need 2 weeks notice at work. So I'm hoping I can get the day off, but I'm not 100 on whether or not I'll actually be able to.
You work Saturdays, right?
I normally don't, but Saturday's the day that they tacked onto my schedule. They were just like, "Ooh, we need a day for Dylan."
Yep, they're out to get you.
Yep, that's a no-go Poco day, but it turns out it's a okay Duncan day. Every day's a Duncan day when you got a Duncan attitude. Oh wait, oh no, that's like a week and something days. Okay, the clock on my computer is evidently off.
It's next Saturday.
Yeah. It's a Saturday of next week. I evidently need to fix my date and time and see if it blows up OBS. Yep. Evidently, I've been a day ahead. All this time. I'm a future man now. I bring you news from the future. Did you know that Death Stranding is coming up? Shit, I should have gone further in the future and played Death Stranding. They had a trailer come out a couple days ago.
I have no idea what that is.
Really? New game coming up by Kojima Productions after he ended up leaving, who owned him? He wasn't with Square Enix, he was with,
He the Final Fantasy one, or the PT one?
He's the Metal Gear Solid one. He might have done PT, I don't know what that is. Yeah, I think it was Konami. So, Yu-Gi-Oh! So originally it was with Konami, and then, I don't know, stuff happened. Wasn't very good. He ended up leaving. He got picked up by Sony and made Kojima Productions, and they're working on Death Stranding. If you haven't seen it, recently, I believe yesterday, a trailer came out. It's like, I think 9 minutes long. It's a trip. They got Daryl from The Walking Dead.
It's about people smoking weed. Got it.
Yes, 100%. There is people and they are smoking. No, it opens up to, like, a baby inside of a tube, and then a guy, like, telling it it's gonna be okay and, like, singing to it. And then it cuts to, like, exploration and, like, putting down, like, ladders and, like, anchor points for climbing. And then it gets a bit into, like, the combat, where there's, like, guns and hand-to-hand and escaping these, like, patrol dudes. What else do you got? It shows a bike, because evidently you need a bike. I blame, what is that zombie survival game with a bike that just came out?
Days Gone.
Yeah, Days Gone. I'm gonna blame Days Gone for that one, and evidently Cloud needs a bike too. Maybe it's just a Final Fantasy. I don't know. So it shows a bike and all that, running away from these dudes. And then, like, when it was raining, the guys that were chasing him just ran off. And it was just like, yeah, you'd have to be insane to stay out there because of, I don't remember what they called them. I'm going to call them the Shadows for now, until I can remember. But then there's, like, these shadowy undead that basically are coming back, and you can't see them. They can detect them using this machinery that they have. And then it shows later on when you can see them with, like, a tube put into, like, a chamber on your chest that has, like, a almost fully developed baby inside of it. And somehow that's allowing you to see these undead figures. Or maybe not undead, maybe just, like, paranormal figures, but they're, like, specters. And then it shows, like, dark goop just, like, crashing on the ground as it, like, then covers with a bunch of arms and starts pulling Daryl into the ground. I hope it was Daryl. Daryl's the guy from The Walking Dead, right? The one
He
who
can't be. Is it actually related to The Walking Dead, or
it
just the
it
same
is not.
actor?
It's the same actor. They made a model of him and they put him in there and everything. I know that guy mostly from was it the Boondock Saints? If you've ever seen those movies, if you haven't seen those
I've
movies,
never seen it.
you need to watch those movies. They're fantastic. You and your fucking rip.
The only Boondocks I know is the
TV show,
show
The
and also
Boondocks.
one.
Yeah,
Yep.
that is actually a fantastic show as well. Completely unrelated to the Boondock Saints.
I thought it was in the same universe.
It might be, for all I know, but as far as I know, it's not. All right, so you wanted to do a podcast, and I am kind of curious though. Did you have anything particular that like any interests that you wanted to try and like? What's your plan here? What do you got?
What do you mean, what's my plan?
Well, I'm down to clown, but I gotta know like, what's your thoughts here? What do you want to talk about? You got any subject on your mind that you're like the world needs to know? Anything particular that you just wanted to tell the world?
I was going to make a joke where everyone should go subscribe to the Pococast, but then it was too easy a joke.
All 2 people already subscribed watching this video. Go subscribe to the Pococast.
Exactly.
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
And share on Twitter and post on Instagram.
Yeah, just take a bunch of post-it notes, just draw every single frame, put it on your cat or dog, and just let it out at town so people can be like, they won't have any of the sound, but they'll get the idea. You know, they'll sit there and be like, oh, it's kind of bland.
No, you gotta draw sound bubbles on them.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, speech bubbles and all that. They'll be like, oh, who is this? Oh, it's the Pococast. I just really hope these people got some super cute dogs and it's not like super aggressive, like what are those dogs that have like the like melty looking face? It's all like
I think those are pugs.
Oh, okay, maybe like super aggressive pugs. Please no, pugs are really cute and everything, but like, am I thinking about? What is a Rottweiler?
It's like a blackish dog.
Okay, super aggressive like Rottweiler.
You know,
one out there.
You know Houndoom?
Yeah.
It's the same thing.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sure. So hopefully they don't have like super aggressive Rottweilers. People aren't just like, oh wow, what is on this dog? Like, I don't know. Maybe that's a good thing. Maybe it'll end up with some in the news and they'll be like, random man attacked by dog thanks to YouTuber that no one cares about. We won't even link him in this news article.
Jeez, you want to be like PewDiePie?
Not really. Not much fame.
Is that what you want to be known for?
I mean, that guy's got a lot of fame and everything, and I feel like that would worry me. Like, I don't know. I get this weird feeling that he probably goes to take a piss, and somebody will like just be like, "Hey, can I get like, hey, I know you. I watch your videos, and like, I like to take a piss and have that as a little alone time for me. You know, that's time for me. That's not time for everyone. You know, that's a solo party.
Then why are you using a public bathroom?
I do. Because maybe, I don't know, I like to have other people around, but I like to just be on my own. Sometimes you can't wait to be alone. Sometimes you gotta do alone activities in groups. Like taking a piss.
I don't think people do that.
You don't think people take a piss in groups?
No.
Well, what if there's angry bears and you have to like stay close, or else the bear will be like, "Aha! I'm a maul you."
I'm
You
pretty sure
you
if a bear is gonna maul you, you already pissed yourself.
Yeah, but just it's one of those times you're just like, oh man, I gotta, there's a bear on the list. I gotta make sure to take care of this problem before it becomes an actual problem for me. And then you're there and you got the buddy system, so your friend's there, and then suddenly a bear just jumps out of nowhere. It's like, JCPenney. You know? These things happen. If you're not prepared, too. Like, pants around your ankle, wallets down there, you can't even get a new pair, even though it's JCPenney's, evidently.
Is that their new mascot?
No, that's how they maul things. Oh, God, can you imagine if that was, like... that would be a very aggressive campaign. Like, they genetically breed bears, then they can be like, JCPenney, and that's all that they can say. They just let them loose into the wild, and people are just like, I got away with my life, and now I need new clothes. I'm thinking about JCPenney.
I was thinking about, like, Jeffrey the Giraffe, but a bear for JCPenney.
Is that the... Oh! Wait, okay, the only draft mascot I know is the one for Toys R Us. Did that actually have a name? Was it Jeffrey?
Yeah.
Oh. You learn something new every day. The only animal mascot I think I know... Or, here, let me think. Animal mascots I know off the top of my head. Tony the Tiger, because, I don't know, furries had to exist somehow. Toucan Sam. Evidently, most of my animal mascots is known from cereal. I don't remember the name of the Trix Rabbit off the top of my head. So that one's out of the running.
I think it's just Trix Rabbit.
Really? Oh, damn. I guess that's why they're like, silly rabbit, tricks are for kids. Smokey the Bear. Smokey the Bear was definitely one. Animal mascots beyond that. I think it's just those two cereals and Smokey the Bear.
I know there's a Dalmatian that does the fire stuff. I don't remember its name though.
I don't think it counts then. We gotta think of mascots that we know the name of. It has to be an animal mascot. Kind of narrows things a little, but oh well.
Well, I don't play sports.
Don't
pay attention to that. Yeah, I can't think of any other ones.
Huh. I'm gonna count Bugs Bunny. I'm gonna say he's the mascot of Looney Tunes now. And Mickey Mouse, mascot of Disney.
Yeah.
Ed Nye. That's all I can really think of right now, though.
Yeah.
Bum, bum, bum. Oh yeah, but what have you been up to?
Since last time I talked to you, or just in general?
Just in general, in life, what have you been up to?
Work.
Okay.
Work 3 days a week, come home, do nothing. Wonder if doing.
Did I tell you I went to your work recently?
No, you did not.
Oh, so I went to Home Depot because I wanted to build a gaming table with my friends, or like a tabletop, really. 4 foot by 4 foot, so we could use it for War Machine. So we go, and my friend, we took a measuring tape and everything. My friend's like, nah, I'm pretty sure we can fit 4 foot by 4 foot like board in my car. Just to double check, we took the measuring tape and tried to see if a 4 foot by 4 foot like board would fit inside his car. And it was just like, yeah, if we put the seats down, there's space in here for a 4 foot by 4 foot. So I think, what is it? We went and got food first, and we ended up at Home Depot like just before the cusp of we went to Walmart first in order to get the felt. We should have done this in reverse, by the way, because Walmart doesn't like their employees. So that place closes for like 2 hours. Home Depot closes earlier than I thought. You guys close at like 9 or something.
Yeah.
So I went to Home Depot. We picked up 2 boards that were we got 4 boards. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got 5 boards that were 4 feet long. And we got the one board that was 4 foot by 4 foot. Get it onto the counter. Definitely should have grabbed a cart. That was mistake number 1. It's like 10 minutes before closing. We get everything. We get to the car. At the car, we get the boards in, except for the 4 foot by 4 foot.
And it didn't fit.
It didn't fit inside the back. Not immediately. It turns out that the opening for the trunk was just under and wouldn't allow it. So we opened up the side door and we tried just getting it inside the back, and it turns out that the headrest for the back seat was just big enough by like 2 inches to stop it from going in. I tried to remove it. It turns out that those headrests that they have go up, but not out. You can put them up, but you can't get rid of them. So we tried putting the seats down to see if that would make some extra room. Had to Google it. Turns out we didn't know how to get the seats down. Really simple. Open up the trunk, pull two like latches, pulleys, whatever you want to call it, and you can just put them down. So we put them down, and then we open up the doors again. We go to slide this 4x4 board in, and it catches the headrest again. Even down, same issue. Chances are anybody here who's just like, I know math, of course it would be the same thing. You just went like that, you didn't change anything. You know, well, fuck you, mate, I didn't know. Now we got 5 minutes. And it's just like, well, we can try and still fit in and everything. It's like, heck, we got 5 minutes. And so we just pick up the board, run it back into Home Depot, swap it out for 2 boards that were 2 foot by 4 foot. And we bring that in to go build the table and everything. I was like, I need to leave a glowing review for Home Depot. Because I got that swapped out fast as fuck. Like, it was like 3 minutes. Went in, got the cash back for the 4 foot by 4 foot board, grabbed the 2 foot by 4 foots, brought that to the counter, and got out in like 3-4 minutes. No time at all. That being said, though, I got everything back. We went to go build it, and I didn't double check because we were so pressed on time. I just grabbed boards and went. I definitely should have double checked the 5 4 foot boards because 2 of them were fucked up. One of them very slightly, but enough where like when everything got screwed together, it just hangs off by a whole like 1/4 inch. Just like it got screwed in, and it's just at an angle at the very end. And then the one that's put underneath is just like warped in 2 different directions. And you can't really notice it if you just like had it by yourself, but as soon as you put it with other boards to try and like lie it flat down, that shit just ain't happening.
So you went through all this and get back and you realize your boards are crap.
2 of them were. Most of it was actually fine. Customer service was fantastic, by the way, at the Home Depot. Quality of product, a little bit to go for.
Alright, so 2 things.
Okay.
What, the good news or the bad news? Well, the bad news is, or the, what you could have done.
Alright. What do you, I'll take the what I could have done. What's your thought here?
Did you pay more or less for the 2 boards when you returned?
Oh, it was pretty much around the same price.
Oh, I was going to say you could have just gotten it cut.
I could have just. Oh, okay, yeah, I could have just wide. Shit, yeah, that's actually pretty smart. I didn't want to bother anyone though. There was like, I didn't want to like find the guy to cut the piece and be like, "Hey, how's it going? You're about to leave for the day, and you definitely want to like stop interacting with people, but cut my board."
Oh, they have to stay there till 9:30ish.
Oh, damn.
But the other thing.
That is smart though.
So about those screwed up boards.
Yeah.
The funny thing is, it's my job to make sure to take out all the screwed up boards.
Oh, you motherfucker! It did not stop me, by the way. I got those boards. We found out that they were fucked up in the process of putting them in. And it was like, fuck it, we're going. Full steam ahead. Bring me closer so I can hit them with my sword.
What day of the week was this?
It would have been a Friday. Friday's the only day I actually get to do stuff.
Wow. I do it on Wednesday. So.
Well, your Thursday / Friday, guys. Somewhere in there. Somebody there. You done fucked up.
It's only done once a week. And I'm the only one who does it.
Dun. Julian, I'm sorry to tell you, I'm your secret boss. You're fired.
Oh no.
It's been a pleasure working with you, and we hope to have a healthy relationship with you in the future. Other than that, you can pack your stuff.
What stuff?
We're gonna need the apron back.
I don't use an apron.
You don't use an apron? How unsafe could you be? What if you get a splinter on your stomach?
That apron's not for safety.
I'm assuming it's just the same thing as like my work shirt, just to be like,
It's
yes,
just a uniform.
you're owned by us. Duncan owns you. But yeah, so that was my Home Depot experience recently. I said I need to leave you guys a good review. I have yet to. I need to specifically say that the people working there are really good. Gonna be my positive spin is to just leave out the bad part. I look extra yellow under these lights.
I don't know. I don't really like anyone
Fantastic.
with the store.
What up?
I don't really like anyone with the store. Kind of stuck up. Not everyone, but
I'm sending this to your boss now. Your real boss.
I mean,
Yeah.
my boss kind of knows that, but
So have you checked out Bloodstained Ritual of the Night? Like anything about it?
this is the first time I'm hearing about it.
All right. Crowdfunded game. A bit ago, or a while ago. Was it a year? Has it been at least over a year? Definitely feels like it's a bit over the year. One of the people who worked on Castlevania. I'm not sure if it was the lead director or can't remember what he was. I want to say he was the director of Castlevania, or a few of them. Basically crowdfunded to make his own game, and that's actually coming out January, February, March, April, May, June. Was it June? I want to say June 14th. It might already be out. I don't think it's already out. Yeah, Bloodstained Ritual of the Night. They released a trailer a bit ago, with the release date, and a bit before that they had an older trailer, and the older trailer didn't look very good. A lot of people didn't like the visuals in the game, and so inside this newer one, I love it because it's him just like drinking out of a wine glass, and then seeing the people being like, it's got to look better than this when it comes out, and da 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 da. It's just like, people are like, it's gonna look bad, and da da da. It's like, I will prove them wrong, and he just throws the glass on the ground, and then it goes to a bunch of footage showing the old footage, and then the new footage that they did with like new textures and stuff. It looks really good though. Have you been keeping up with any of new releases coming out or anything? Is there anything you've been keeping an eye on?
I know Borderlands.
Borderlands 3 is coming out.
It's coming out, but it's an Epic exclusive.
It's gonna be an Epic exclusive?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm probably not gonna play it, but alright, cool.
For either the first month or the first year. I think it's the first year.
Alright, so I'll play the year after it comes out. So it'll be like any other content on my channel. Beautiful. That's perfect.
Yeah. I heard about Days Gone. I was looking into that, but I heard it was really bad.
I do like the concept of you're traveling around with the motorcycle, and your character always knows where the motorcycle is, and it's like a companion piece to your character, and that's super
cool. Yeah.
But I know Jovan was interested in it. I don't think he ended up picking it up yet, but it was something he was interested in.
I know VR for Five Nights at Freddy's got released.
That actually, okay, that's something I'm not going to be playing. Moshe
I don't play that either.
Moshe has a VR set, and I can't play horror games normally. I usually dedicate the month of October to playing horror games, because my poor heart could not take horror games 24/7. Like, even the dumbest thing, like, what was it, Spooky's House of Jump Scares? That game scared the shit out of me. Like, there was one part where I was running, I want to say I was running away from something. I was running for some reason, and one of the cutouts popped up. I swear to Christ, I screamed, I jumped, and, like, part of me left my body.
I thought you were going to say you got scared from, like, later in the game, there's scary stuff.
I was super early in the game with this little, like, thing popping out. It's like, hi, how's it going? And I got so scared my left nipple became erect. It was just like, ah! Had its own little scream, too. Like
You got scared from a cutout, though.
I got scared from a cutout. That was a very menacing cutout. Like, I got a few of those cutouts saved as image files inside my computer, and I'm going to tell you right now, that is a very menacing cup of coffee. It wasn't the cup of coffee that got me, but there is a menacing cup of coffee in the game.
I feel like there was another game that was just released or about to be released, too.
WoW Classic ended up coming out recently and did really well.
Oh, yeah, that too.
Yeah, Warframe had an update, the, what was it, the Jovian Accord, or Concord, or something like that. I played a bit of it so far, the new content. Disruption's super good. The boss fight is super cool, but has a lot of bugs. They did some hot fixing earlier. There's new hot fixes that were posted today that I have yet to check out. But that boss fight is super buggy. Like, I was playing it when it first launched, and I literally had a 5 to 8 minute segment of my character constantly falling and then respawning where there's no longer any ground and just falling for like 5 to 8 minutes straight. That was I tried playing it with Kenny after they did the first round of hot fixes, and they were like, yeah, we fixed a thing where you're constantly falling. And I guess they did. If you try and move forward immediately after falling off the edge, it still positions you facing straight off the edge and like right at there. So if you're holding forward, you'll continually fall and you won't know why. And we ran into another issue where after destroying the first of 3 generators, for how the boss fight works, there's a giant flying creature, and you have to basically, there's 3 generators on the outskirts of the arena. You go to one of these generators, it fires a big laser at you, you have to dodge around the generator so it hits, the laser hits that, while then switching over to basically a separate form to attack it, because your normal form with guns can't hurt it. You gotta use void weapons in order to destroy its shielding, and then you jump on top of it, and then you basically ride it into the generator. And you do this 3 times. After we did the first one, there was an issue where Kenny's character would continually be counted as falling out of bounds and then reset back onto the ground while on solid ground. So his screen would just black out. It would get rid of all of his buffs and then just place him back. And it would just do that continuously until I managed to destroy the second generator. So every single time we went to go do the fight, which we only did twice, because after the second time it was just like, well, what is it he said? He said, it's a cool boss fight and everything, but this feels literally unplayable. And I cannot disagree. Like, with the amount of bugs and the issues that were there, and the fact that you have, like, if you're not, like, super, super high, in, like, gear and everything, your mods aren't completely maxed out, and even so, the enemies can hurt you if you're not moving around, and if you're continually suspended in fall animation, they can hit you, and when you get hit in that game, you take damage, as in any game, and that can kill you, and that sucks. And then when you respawn and it just happens again, you just sit there and you're like, cool. So I don't get to actually take place inside this boss fight. Fucking whoop-did-he-do. There's new patches, hot fixes. I'm hoping that fixes it. I also hope that they revert the farming change that they made. Fix it. Because the farming change is fucking stupid.
Well, I guess you gotta stop your addiction now.
I'm not really gonna stop. The farming changes that they did were changes to people running like Korra and Necros, or Necros and Hydroid, because you could benefit from Hydroid or Korra, and then Necros eats dead bodies, so then he could make enemies drop loot. Like, Hydroid and Korra basically say, if an enemy dies from our ultimate ability, they have a % chance to be forced to drop a piece of loot on their loot table. It's like, okay. And then Necros is, when I eat a dead body, when there's a dead body around me, I'll eat it, and there's a % chance that I'll force the enemies to drop a random loot from their loot table. And so, they did a change recently. That's something that, by the way, you could do like forever. Since Necros and Hydroid have been inside the game, you've been able to use them together this way. Evidently inside the latest patch, though, they made it so that way if a body is basically killed by, if a body is looted from Korra or Hydroid, I'm not sure if it actually if it has to actually drop loot, or if they're just affected by the ultimate at the time of death in order to roll the chance of forced loot drop. Necros can't eat it, and if Necros eats a body, they can't do that, but if Necros is eating the body, they couldn't do it to it anyway, because it's already dead. But basically this effectively cuts, not exactly by half, but it cuts down the loot that you can get by a large margin, and because Necros allows you to, you kill the person anyway, they have a chance to drop loot, and then you eat the body, and it basically has that chance to drop loot again. And then Korra and Hydroid are just on that first time, you basically increase the chances of them dropping that loot. There is no longer a reason to ever be running Korra or Hydroid for loot. And Hydroid is basically, hey, I'm good with Necros, so my poor tentacle boy has no point to be inside the game right now, other than he can turn into a puddle. Whoop-de-doo. Turn your energy colors yellow, you're a piss puddle. That's the most help you're going to be in a goddamn match. Korra has a few abilities. You can technically use Strangle Dome in order to zone people, and her whip build you can do with her augment. Yeah. Rip Hydroid? I can't be an octopus pirate anymore. Like, what the fuck? I mean, I can, but if I decide to be an octopus pirate, then suddenly my entire team has to just live with the fact that if I want to use my ultimate, while I have the augment on, I guess, that I'm reducing the chances at loot if we have a Necros. Like, I'm here to ruin your day. Thankfully, though, I play solo most of the time, so this doesn't actually affect me. That being said, there are times where I do play with friends, and so it actually does affect me. I don't know. I find it annoying. Bring back my squid boy. Please, DE. Bring back my squid boy.
Well, if you wanna move on.
Alright, what do you got? Hit me with it.
I'll just go down the list.
Oh, you actually have a list. Okay, you were just typing that entire time. You're like, I don't know how I feel about Warframe. It's, space ninjas, how unsophisticated. Back in my day, we were ninjas on the ground with magic jutsus.
I'm fine with the store and everything. I just really don't like that you have to grind for 100 hours to get anything.
I disagree with this, but okay. Man, that shit's my jam! And I'll have you know, it's not 100 hours, it's 200 now. Didn't you listen? Farming got changed!
You know, I kind of thought you meant literal farming, because I know you can fish in that.
Until fishing was implemented, Warframe was shit. Now, but every MMO needs fishing. I don't care if you're space ninjas. I need to sit down and find some way to fish. It's important. If you're making an MMO and you want to make a good MMO, you put fishing in there. That's how you separate the good from the bad. The good ones have fishing, the bad ones do not. That's why WoW Classic was so good. I don't know if Classic WoW actually had fishing. I'd imagine it did. But yeah. Sorry, you had something you wanted to talk about, right?
First off, how long do you want this episode?
I'm just gonna go until we run out of stuff to do, I guess.
Because I already have 6 topics here.
You got 6 topics? Alright, hit me, well, what do you got your first one? What's your thoughts?
I don't know if it just came out, but I know people are uploading videos of it. Layers of Fear 2.
Layers of Fear 2. Oh, yeah, no, I saw, what is it? Jack uploaded a video. I have yet to watch it, unfortunately. Have you been watching those?
I plan to.
Okay.
But I've never seen or played the first one.
Alright.
So I have no idea what it's about.
Random other thing, because we mentioned it earlier. Five Nights at Freddy's, VR Help Wanted. I did not expect it to be a, have you been watching anything about it?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't expect it to be, and the idea of, like, we here at Fazbear Entertainment know about what's, being said about us, and these are false, but let's enjoy them for, like, I don't know, satire or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't think it was going to be like a
An
VR.
actual story thing.
Well, I didn't expect it to be a VR collection of the previous games. I figured it was going to be like, um, one of the big things that was being talked about was the idea of like actually like doing maintenance and stuff on the animatronics, which I'm not sure if you actually end up doing. I don't. I've watched that far. If you do, but so far from what I've seen, I've been watching the Markiplier let's plays of
Oh,
it. I have not
that's the one I've been watching.
seen. Hey, I wonder why. It's not like you're the person that got me into watching Markiplier videos.
Hey, you got me into watching Jack.
All right, true. But anyway, so I haven't seen any actual like doing maintenance on the robots, and that's what I'm super excited for.
Yeah, I thought it was just a remake of the first game, but in VR.
I mean,
Well,
that's in there at least.
well, yeah, but apparently it's a collection of the games plus a whole big game.
Oh, okay. So there's like this whole other thing there. I haven't watched the latest one. If it's in that.
In the latest one, from a story's perspective, there's a whole bunch of new stuff.
Okay.
But moving on.
All right. Yep.
I don't know if you played the first three, but apparently Fable 4 was leaked.
Oh. All right. I didn't even know that Fable 4 was something that was coming out.
It
How big was the leak?
it was leaked that it will be it might be revealed at E3 this year.
Oh, is that the only thing that got leaked?
Yeah,
Okay. I mean,
nothing gameplay wise.
okay. I hope the core of the game stays the same, where they're just like, yes, you got. What was it? Was it finesse or was it skill?
I don't
But you got
know.
like
I've
you
never
got like.
had an Xbox.
Oh, okay. Well, there's always been like melee range magic,
Mhm.
and those were like your combats and all that. And if you chose anything other than magic, you were wrong.
Is
Although
that just your opinion or the game's busted?
no matter what you use, you generally want to use magic in there. One downside to using magic is, as your character develops skills, it does change how they look. And so using magic, or at least inside Fable 3, maybe this wasn't inside the other two, I'm lazy and I'm not going to check it out. You would get magic runes that would appear on yourself, and if you don't want that like magic rune look, you were kind of just SOL. There might have been a way to also change that. I don't know. I didn't care to. But magic isn't just like only you can cast fireballs, you can use lightning storms, and so on and so forth. And you can charge up your spells. The longer you charge up a spell, basically the stronger it'll become. But the time spell on that game, you use it, and when you hold it, you slow down time for bigger amounts of time. But if you just tapped it, you would teleport behind the person you're currently in combat with.
Oh,
And that shit was just. There wasn't. I don't think there was any enemy that was programmed to deal with that, because you would just be in a fight and they'd be like, the enemy's in front, this is how I attack, haha, and then you just boop behind them. And I don't remember if there was any kind of like mana system or like energy system to balance it out, at least not for Fable 3. So I just basically just blinked away all of my problems. Like, I married myself to that magic button. And I also made, like, I think I played the loot for money all the time.
wow.
Yeah, because they had a bunch of quick time events to make some cash.
From what I've heard, the first three games are really good. I think there was a spin-off game that wasn't really good. That got canceled.
The first three were really interesting, a lot of fun. There's always been over-promising that happens with these games.
Yeah, but that's every game.
Yeah. In the third one, have you checked out anything about the third Fable? Because I just remembered something.
Have you played through the whole thing?
I have played, or I've watched somebody, because back in the day, you used to hang out with your friends, and if they had single-player games, you would sometimes just watch them play? Which sounds weird, but streaming's a thing now, so fuck you. But so that was the thing. I watched somebody play the first Fable. I never did anything with the second, and I finished the third.
Do you know how to, or do you know the endings, is what I'm asking?
I know the ending to the first one, not the second one. I don't even know what happens in that one, and I sort of know the ending to the third one because there is the 3 endings in that one. Technically 2 endings for the first one as well.
Is the third one the one where you become king and it's
The third one, you do eventually overthrow your brother, you become king, and then you have to make decisions on how to run the kingdom. I'm pretty sure that was the third one at least.
and you can either be in you find out that your brother was an ass because he had to be, not because
Yeah, because the great darkness was coming, and if you don't
uh,
prepare, you will die from the
uh,
darkness in the desert. Which I'm now gonna say, since they're both called the darkness, since I don't remember what they're called, this and Death Stranding, they're actually the same universe. This is what happens if you don't fight back the evil, and then years and years later, humanity, tries to come back.
makes perfect sense.
It entirely. Thank you.
But
But yeah.
other than that, I have no idea what the story of Fable is.
Oh, okay. When you first defeat your brother, what was it? Your brother? Shiz, I don't remember if I'm actually thinking of the second one or the third one now. One of the 2 Fable games, you have a dog that joins you throughout the entire game, and like right before the first ending happens, they kill your dog. Your dog dies. I think, what is it? Whoever it is, your brother or not brother or whoever this guy is, big evil dude, just kills your dog. And that is some terrible shit. So you get a choice of 3. It's like you can have all of the money. You can I can't remember what the third one was. Evidently it was stupid because I don't remember. Or you can bring your dog back to life. The choice was obvious. Every single time I left without the money or whatever the hell that third one was. It's just like, give me back my doggo. I now have to look that up. I'm sorry. Fable dog killed. That's gonna look great in some of my search history. Killer's a legendary dog associated. Whoa, what the heck? Oh no, that's an actual dog. What? Oh, Fable 2. Alright, then which one's okay, Fable 3 is where you overthrow your brother. Fable 2 evidently is the one where you have the dog? And okay, Fable 1 was what was his name? It was like the Jack of whatever, the Jack of Swords or something like that. I don't remember. Sword guy makes crazy sword. You then get to choose whether or not you want to kill your sister for the power of the sword, or if you don't kill your sister at the end. By the way, spoilers for Fable. Fable 2 is evidently the one where you get the 3 endings. One of which is 3 choices at the end. One of which is money, one is whatever the fuck, and then the other one's your dog. Obviously going with the dog. And Fable 3 was the one where you take over. And then you have to make court decisions. Right, Fable 2 is the one where you get shot out the window in the beginning, isn't it?
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure, yeah, Fable 2, you get shot out the window in the beginning, and then Fable 3 is the one where it's just like, your brother's taking over, and then the guy who runs the place is just like, we must just... Sorry, your quartermaster or something is like, we have to get out of here.
And, doesn't he kill your best friend or something?
I can't remember if it's your best friend or your brother or sister, but yeah, and so the second one, at the very beginning, they end up killing whoever it is that's with you. And then afterwards, you get shot and you fall out the window. Bum bum bum. Who knows how the story ends, though?
Apparently not any of us.
Yeah, nah. Goddamn mystery. Man, how much said it was actually Fable 2 then, where I was just running around playing the loot 24/7 for money?
Is that the one where you can buy places and then rent them out?
I want to say that was Fable 3. It might have been Fable 2. All I remember is I was playing and constantly changing the clock on my Xbox.
I've never had an Xbox.
All's fair in property ownership. I used to have an Xbox and a stack of used games that came like, when I was a kid, it felt like it came up to my waist, but it probably wasn't that high. It was probably just like a small stack, but like, I had an Xbox 360 and a bunch of games. I went to bed one day and somebody evidently busted into the house and stole my Xbox. and my games. And nothing else. They just stole my Xbox and my games. They were like, haha, fuck this kid.
Or your sister stole it.
Plausible, but I doubt it. I hope not. That would kind of suck to find out later in life. I don't think I'd be over. I'd be very disgruntled if it turns out that was the case, but I don't think so.
Disgruntled.
Oof. Yes, would be quite cross. Two completely different things, like mildly disgruntled and quite crossed. Be somewhere in there. Somewhere between like mildly just like oh, and then like somewhere in there.
Alright. How into Call of Duty are you?
Not overly. I enjoyed the gameplay of Modern Warfare, Modern Warfare 2, even though I sucked at it. I enjoyed zombies a lot whenever they did those. I haven't done the latest one with zombies. I thought Infinite Warfare was super cool in the gameplay aspect, where they had like the suits. You could do a lot more mobility stuff, akin to like Titanfall. Like you could do the dash and air and stuff, and I thought that was super cool, adding more movement into the game and allowing things to be more fast paced. Call of Duty has always has always had a low time to kill, and although I hate it because I suck, and then people are just like, "Bye, you're dead, haha." I feel like having a lot more motion in that game is definitely something that was super cool. Though they did not go with that route with the later ones, and I feel like they've just become like they went back. It didn't do overly well, and so they've gone back to the old formula of just like, this is what the people buy.
So, there's rumors that the next yearly COD will just be a Modern Warfare remake.
Okay.
Like,
I mean, I guess I'm kind of down. I just wasn't. Isn't the Call of Duty? Wasn't the Call of Duty? Call of Duty. Didn't want to not this year, I guess, but like the year before. Wasn't that the one where they were just like, yeah, and we're also remaking Modern Warfare 2. But you can only get it if you buy the game that's currently coming out.
No, they're remaking Modern Warfare 1.
I don't know. I'm saying like, didn't they like remake? I want to say it was Modern Warfare 2, but didn't they already do a remake of Modern Warfare 2? And then they were just like, but you can only get it if you buy the game that we currently have coming out, and it's $40.
No, it was if you buy. I want to say it was Infinite Warfare. You get Modern Warfare 1 remake.
Was it that? I don't know. I just remember that they remade one of them, and they were just like, you can only get it for $40 on top of your other one that you're, Because who wants to sit there and be like, I want to get Modern Warfare. All right, then you have to buy the newest one as well, kid.
You don't have to do that anymore, but...
Yeah, but it still happened at the time, and that's some shit, man.
Yeah.
It's not like, multiplayer online shooters live and die by however long they're around. Well, they live and die by the player base, but I can't imagine, like, getting your hands on it earlier is when you're gonna have the largest player base to play with. Other than that, you're usually gonna have a lot of dedicated people who are really good, and if you're somebody like me who's shit, I need those other kids who are shit, or at least a noob tube. One of the two. Oh, God, what was it? It was Black Ops, I think. In Black Ops, I used to run Scavenger, smoke grenades, a thermal sight, and an FAL. Because my brother was super good at the game, and I was shit. But it turns out if he can't see, I can kill him. Ha ha! It worked great until I ran out of grenades. Like, whoa. It's like, that's the motto for anybody who's shit at COD. It works great until I'm out of grenades.
So you can get 2 or 3 kills, death.
Yeah. Average. Not actually average. Average would probably be like 1. Maybe 0.5. I might have been... I might have been giving myself a little boost there, but I need that boost, okay? Our end scores were always like, first to 50 points. I had 5. Don't laugh at my pain. This is a traumatic experience. This is where I got my PTSD. It's just like, where'd you get PTSD from? My brother would relentlessly kick my ass at COD.
Alright. Do you want this podcast to be only games, or any...
Oh, I'm down with anything. I believe it or not, I also made a list beforehand, and one of my topics is anime, and also I have anime figurines on here.
Well, I don't watch anime at all,
the fuck? How do you
I
not
told
watch
you.
anime at all?
I just don't like the style.
How do you?
Like, okay, the
We
art
talk
style
about
is
playing
fun.
visual novels all the time. Yeah, where did you draw the line at like if they start talking and
No,
if I can't make decisions, fuck this shit.
I don't like a lot of the story. It's a lot of it's the same, and I like more Western stuff. I guess you could say.
All right, there's a lot of good Western cartoons. I'll give you that. So,
But
uh,
do you know? Do you know what Brightburn is?
do I know what is
Brightburn.
Brightburn? You know what? Something I just realized. I have the OBS, the recording software and everything, and streaming software. There's not currently a stream. If you guys would like a stream, just say so in the comments as well. And perhaps I'll start streaming it at some point. I'll probably end up doing it anyway, just because why not? But I have you down here on my second monitor, which I have to look right in order to see. And anytime I'm looking at this, to look at your image, the image of me is looking off screen. Just the opposite way. I don't know why I'm not like flipping my camera or why I don't just move myself to the right side. But we're just gonna have to live to me. Sorry, this first one at least, we're gonna just have to live with the fact that I am talking to you evidently in my room to my right, and just people can't see you. We just decided to put an image of you there instead. It's like he's shy. He didn't want to be on camera, so he's sitting right here next to me, and I'm just I look at him when I talk to him, but we just put a picture up, okay?
Full disclosure: we're not in the same room.
Full disclosure, we're totally in the same room.
We're not even in the same house.
Look, we are completely in the same house, in the same room. You can trust me, you can actually see me. He doesn't know he's an AI over there in the corner. He doesn't even know he's an AI.
Well, at least I was sentient.
Yes, your thoughts are completely your own. Pardon me while I show you some great anime.
Well, you can't come up with a story, so.
I mean, yeah, my story crafting skills are about as good as my 5 Fs in English. Thank you. Yeah,
but Brightburn.
Okay, yeah, Brightburn. What is it? What is it about? What are we talking?
Oh no, that's what I was asking you. All I know is I think it's a Superman movie.
Okay.
Is it a movie? Yeah. Movie? I have no idea what it's about though.
I
just
haven't even heard of it until now. Like, the last movie I've heard with, like, a super strong hero similar to, like, Superman that's really good is I heard Shazam was really good, and I'm excited to see that at some point.
I heard it was good as well. I never saw it.
I didn't see it either. I gotta see that. I gotta see John Wick. I gotta see fucking Godzilla's coming out. I have to watch that. That is exciting. He's big and he crushes things. Also, evidently, they're planning on doing Godzilla versus King Kong. And that's some super confusing shit to me. Because Giant Nuclear Lizard and Big Monkey. And please note, Big Monkey also fell off building and was taken down by planes. Giant Lizard has never... Giant Lizard doesn't give two shits about any military armaments, really. And he's supposed to be stopped by a fucking monkey?
Nah.
Like... Where everybody's going into that movie knowing what's going to happen. Even the people are like, I like the big monkey, know that he's going to get smashed. It's just reality, folks.
Well, maybe they'll throw a curveball at you.
Oh yeah, totally. The monkey's going to fling something and Godzilla's just going to, like, fucking laser beams.
Maybe.
I'm sorry. What is the craziest thing King Kong can do? Oh, he slapped down an airplane. He's friends with Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. That one's an actual superpower, by the way. I don't know if he's actually friends with Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. I was just remembering the movie Rampage, and I remember a big monkey in that. So my brain immediately... Yeah, my brain was...
Rampage?
It was Rampage! I haven't seen it. I gotta see it now. But yeah, no, I just remember Big Monkey and Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. I don't know, maybe he's cousins with the giant monkey from Rampage. He's gonna be like, yo, cuz, I need your help here. Do me a solid. I need to meet The Rock.
Am I the only one who didn't understand why that got a movie?
Oh, why Rampage got a movie? I have no
Yeah.
idea. I'd imagine it's sort of like the live-action Disney things where they just want to keep the rights to the license. So they have to, they're putting out some kind of, like, new material with it in there so they can be like, haha, we can keep our copyright.
Yeah, but Rampage, it was originally just the game, right?
Yeah, it was, it's an old arcade game. That also was released, I want to say, on the Wii. I used to play it with one of my friends.
I think it was on
And
PS2 too.
I definitely, I believe you on that 100%. It was on a bunch of things I want to say, because I actually think I remember playing with my cousin as well. That's a fun game. I'm crap at that game, but it's a fun game. I'm gonna start looking left whenever I want to talk to you now, since that's wherever your bubble is. So I'm gonna look over there at what is that? I think that's a DVD player. God forbid, you guys remember when we used to have not like, by the way, not like a DVD player. It's like a big ass brick taking up half of my wardrobe space. DVD player.
All right, last two subjects.
Oh, okay.
Which one you want? The
Hit me with both. Not at the same time though. I can only take so much.
I don't know, but you want the one you're more active in, or the one you're not more active in?
I guess I'll take the less active one. For now.
In League of Legends,
Oh Jesus.
Ward's
Okay.
rework was just revealed.
Oh god, yes, it was. Mordekaiser now has a Tom Kench, gray health healing, doesn't he? You can take his health, turn it into gray health, or you can use it and passively heal off of it if he doesn't. I guess it's more like Pike, really.
It can take it and turn it into a shield.
Yeah. I mean,
Make it health.
yeah.
I didn't see the animations or anything. I just read the abilities.
I also read them briefly. The only one I remember is the whole health thing. I remember something about how he had the AoE on him before. That's part of his passive now. And his ultimate actually sounds super fun, where you basically challenge an enemy to a 1v1 and you just go mano a mano. I don't know if any, like, I don't know if there's any form of interference that can happen. They say, like, it's banish your opponent to another realm for a one-on-one, where only the strongest will survive. Fight to the death and be the one to reap their soul. Like, it sounds cool and everything. I don't know how long the fight will last. I don't remember that. But the concept of the ability is cool. I don't like the fact that you can't just, like, take control of... I don't know if you can take control of the dragon anymore. I'll kind of miss that. Ghost Dragon.
I don't think you can.
I
don't think he has anything with taking control of anything anymore.
I'm pretty sure... Yeah. I'm pretty sure they also got rid of the fact that all of his abilities used to be references to heavy metal. Or just metal music in general, and that was fucking cool. But they got rid of that, I believe. Like, I don't remember any songs coming to mind off of his abilities. Maybe, I don't remember the name for most of them, to be fair. But I don't think they kept the metal references in there. They're just like, haha, he's made of metal. So yeah, that kind of sucks. I liked playing Mordekaiser the way that it was before. That being said, it definitely did leave a lot wanted. Maybe this is a rework that I'll actually play, but considering the fact that I stopped playing League of Legends, I don't think it will be. But I'll tell you this, it's better than Yuumi on release. Dun dun dun, punching a dead horse. But yeah, so I'm excited to see he's getting a rework. I hope it ends up really well. This is his, what, second, third? I want to say there was a small rework in there at some point.
There's his original...
Yeah.
There was the Juggernaut rework.
Yeah. I think that's the one where they wanted to put him in bot lane, and then there's this one. So this is his third rework now. And for being Rise 2.0, I'm kind of excited. I can't wait for rework number 8. That's where shit's gonna get bonkers. He's gonna have, like, full looping abilities. And he's gonna be OP, and people are gonna ban him 24/7, and we're gonna be like, why. Except for me, I'm just gonna watch other people play and be like, why. They're actually good at the game.
And, Wukong, Teemo, and Malphite.
Real quick, though, I do want to know, what are your thoughts on the Mordekaiser rework?
I think look-wise, he looks really good, but
That is true.
I never know how he's going to do before he's
Yeah.
released.
I don't know. If you look at the numbers and everything, if you break it down, I'm sure you can try and figure it out, but I haven't been looking at any of that. I've just looked at the concept of the abilities.
Yeah. Wukong.
Oh god, I'm gonna be in
Malphite,
so much trouble
and
if he ends up worse than Yumi on release. Like, this will be the thing where it'll come back to haunt me. It's just like, haha, you can't be worse than Yumi on release. Uh. Seth will have a field day with it.
oh, probably.
Shout out to you,
Shout out
Seth.
Seth, but
Yeah! Yeah!
fuck, what was I gonna say?
Something about Wukong, Teemo, and some other person.
Oh, Wukong, Teemo, and Malphite got many reworks.
They got mini reworks. All right. Malphite already had a super. What is it? He wasn't. Wait. What? Which one did I just say? Who did it? Whose name did I shout out? Malphite. Okay. Who? I started saying that, and then my brain was just like, what about Wukong, the Monkey King? Big monkeys all around. But anywho, Malphite had a pretty like straightforward playstyle beforehand, where it's pretty feast or famine on hitting that ultimate. If they did a rework to change that a bit, I guess that's chill and all that. I don't know what the rework is though. But I do hope that they put a little bit, maybe keep the emphasis on the ultimate, but make it so the other abilities are actually have a bigger, like actually have an impact. I guess he's just a walking ultimate at this point, and it's a little sad to see the big rock dude just being like, I hit the thing with the R.
I think his ult stayed the same.
All right.
His W and E might have gotten updated effects, but they're relatively the same.
Okay.
And his Q, I know it's slower.
Oh, right. I forgot that. Yeah, there was actually a time with, what was it? Arcane Comet, when the runes first got reworked, where it was actually, what was it? Q Malphite was a thing where you would just win lane by queuing people, and then in team fights you would just try and like ult for opportune moments. So I'm sitting here just like, he's a one-trick pony with his ultimate, but he does have other skills. I just feel like they, other than that one time where you could actually use your Q to try and win lane, by the way, it still costed a shit ton of mana. I think it was Mana Flow Band at the time was probably the only reason why you were able to do that and actually harass people like that. You know, rip mana pots. But yeah, there has been times where you can do other things. I just, please note, the biggest reason why I don't like it is because I can't hit skill shots even the size of a baseball field. So that's why I stopped playing League of Legends, and that's why I don't like the fact that Malphite's R is his big thing. Because I miss pointing clicks. Zillion.
And you still miss close. Teemo is poison got put on his passive now.
Oh, okay. The passive poison itself?
Yeah.
I'm fine with that.
His E is now his invisibility.
I'm actually okay with this as well. I kind of want to know what like the cooldown is, whether or not he can move with his invisibility now.
He can now move with his invisibility.
Alright, is it camouflage or is it full-on invisibility?
It's full-on invisibility, but it has like a 22-second cooldown.
I mean, that's decent cooldown and everything. I kind of wish that it was just camouflage, unless you were in like a bush or something, to kind of give more of that like scout hiding idea. I don't think they have invisibility currently where it changes depending on whether or not you're in a bush or not, and I kind of would love to see that, and I think Teemo would have been the perfect champion to be like, yeah, he uses his ability, he's invisible if he's in a bush, but he only has camouflage if he's outside of a bush.
I think he can only move a certain distance before the invisibility is broken, though.
Oh, okay, so he's still kind of stuck planted, but he can move a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, that's not terrible. It's interesting. I don't know how I feel about that. I guess I'd have to see how much range, like how much movement he can actually get. Whether or not he gets anything with it, because beforehand he used to get what was it, attack speed when he left invisibility. So if they added a large cooldown, limited the range of motion, because before I guess you were limited to bushes and everything, but you'd have infinite time theoretically. Got rid of the attack speed buff, and then tacked a 22 or 20 plus second cooldown timer on that. That kind of hurts. On the plus side,
Yeah.
passive poison. That's an active ability that you can use, especially early on in game, in order to actually try and have an impact. But that depends on the actual numbers for the damage on that. And I don't know if you were ever like, I don't know what you maxed first on Teemo. If it was your E, that kind of sucks because now you can't like go for the auto poison trade so much.
Yeah.
I mean, you can still go for the blind trade where, like, if somebody is relying on auto attacks, you'd be like, haha, I can't touch this, MC Hammer. I don't know. It's interesting. I want to see how it works out. What's your thoughts on that one?
I think it's relatively the same, but I don't know how I feel about the invisibility. And the,
I'm not sure I feel about the one thing that changed.
the downside with the poison is now they automatically get it.
Yeah.
Before you could harass him before he gets to 2 or 3.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be nice for Teemo, like, right out the gate. Like, early on, if you don't want to put the skill point in there, you already have the poison. You put it into your queue. You can just auto trade and blind if they're an auto champion. Like, you can just win those early trades.
Yeah.
It's pretty great. Fucking
But
throw.
on the plus side,
What is the
if you
purple
play,
pot
like,
called?
the purple item.
Yeah, no, the purple pot. What was that one called? The one where like you drink it in order to restore some health and then also burn people.
There's a blue one, there's a red one, there's a green.
Oh, was it actually red?
The red one does gives you lifesteal.
Oh, no. It's one of the ones that you can get like right out the gate. Like I said, you auto attack people and then it does burn damage, similar to like Spirit of the Elder Lizard.
It has slow. 3 charges.
Yeah, it's refillable.
Yeah.
Yeah. What is that called? Corrupting potion. I want to say it's corrupting potion.
It is.
Corrupting potion for 500. It's a corrupting potion. I gotta know what kind of potion it is. Is it the corrupting potion?
Actually, it's only 450. Actually, I think it's 350.
Yeah. I just remember that you could get it as a starting item, and I feel like if you want to be a early trade Teemo, that's not a terrible option. Heal yourself, burn the opponent, win lane, win game.
But still, if you play like Mundo or any tank with
I'm sorry, I heard Mundo and my mind was just like Mundo. I fucking love Mundo. He's a champion that you can just be like, did you fuck up? It's okay, Mundo's got your back. Like, did you walk into a bush and there's 5 people in there? It's okay, Mundo's got your back. As long as you're not like terribly behind. You know? Do you have a Spirit Visage and a Warmogs, I guess? And you did something stupid? It's okay, Mundo got your back. Did you get hit by a Morgana Q? Okay, Mundo's got your back. How long does that last for? 3 seconds? Nah, 0.5. Mundo's got your back. I love that champion. He's great. It's so straightforward. You run up, you hit cleavers, you hurt yourself, you hurt other people more. Like, you can heal yourself, and the healing is fantastic, by the way. Like, get well is good, kids. Used to be 100%, not so much anymore. You get CC reduction just naturally, which is super nice. Damage AoE that you can stack with a Sunfire Cape, which is super nice for farming. You get a Q that deals damage that's percent current health, which is fantastic, especially since you generally don't have a ton of damage in and of yourself. That also heals you if it hits something, and can never actually, none of your abilities can kill you anymore after they did the changes to how taking health works. It was like, it'll just put you at 1 instead, and you can still heal up from it, which is fucking nice. Another thing that's a plus is, what was it? Was it sadism or masochism? Because I remember I found the names a bit weird. I want to say, is masochism his ultimate or sadism his ultimate?
I think masochism is his W.
Okay. Then it might have been his W. But basically, what is it? Was it his W or was it his E? I thought the Ring of Fire was his W, which is Burning Agony.
I think it's
I'm probably
either his
mixing up.
W or his E is the one where he
I haven't played in like I haven't played in like half a year. They all hurt him. Even his ultimate hurts him.
No, I mean the W that.
Yeah, it deals damage per second.
The most damage. It gives him a buff.
Yeah, it's One of them is it's damage per second, but it also gives you basically tenacity that isn't a unique. So that means that you can stack with other tenacity things, which is fantastic. Means Mundo goes where he pleases, and you can't stop him. But yeah, and then there's either Masochism or Sadism. I don't remember which one it is. Where like the more damage, like the more health you're missing, the more like AD you gain, and it's an auto attack reset, and the first auto attack does percent max health. I think based off your own max health. I actually need to get double checked on that. It's been a long time. Not only that, but the amount of AD that you get was like 80 to 100 beforehand, and then scaling up a percentage due to a percent of your missing health. So you could just get absurd AD ratios on him. That was sorry, not absurd AD ratios, just absurd amounts of bonus AD from just one ability. And that was Mundo had a lot of different ways that you could play him. You could go like generally you would focus on regeneration and everything, but you could do just AD Mundo as an option, and I feel like well, you could do AD Mundo, you could do Magic Penetration Mundo, and you could just go your normal tank Mundo. And I really like the build variety while still having the identity of the champion that's hard to kill. Nowadays, they're really focusing down on what a champion does. And they're really getting, like, all these reworks and everything. They're getting rid of a lot of the build diversity that I really enjoyed in League of Legends. And that's actually one of the reasons I stopped playing so much. Like, I can no longer be like, I'm going to stack Tiamat on Fiora, which that's fine to get rid of. That was kind of stupid. But, like, APs and Zhao's no longer a thing. You can't do, like, AP Yi. You can't do AP Tryndamere. Trying to play attack speed TF while still possible is a bit tougher than it was before. Actually, they changed back Infinity Edge. Maybe it's not anymore.
Fuck you, by the way. I blame you.
What did I do?
have been seeing so many fucking attack speed TFs.
But like I said, they reverted Infinity Edge. When they first had Infinity Edge where it was the other way, I tried doing with Storm Raid. I literally gold carded a guy, caught him out at my tower, basically gold carded him, chased him down the entire mid lane auto attacking him, and did like 500 damage when they first changed all the AD items. And I was like, well, fuck me then. Alright, game's gone up here, changing my shit, just like, oh, you know what, you want to have a love of the day, fuck you. Like, goddamn, I just want to throw cards with the boys. But no, can't have that, can we? So I'm happy that they changed that back. I did miss the old AD items, and I think it's really nice to actually have a moniker of them back. I don't think they're quite as strong as they were before. I'm pretty sure they ended up nerfing Infinity Edge technically. But it's still nice. I have a copy of Pirates of the Caribbean 2 over there on my left, and I don't remember owning that.
Alright.
Wasn't there another champion we wanted to talk
about? Wukong.
Wukong. Right, the Monkey King.
All I really know is he has clones now.
I mean, he had a clone before.
Well, his clone attacks people now. Like, walks up and fights.
Okay, so you can actually try and fake people out with the clone instead of... Well, you can actually have the clone pretend to be you instead of having you pretend to be the clone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wukong's actually a champion I've always really liked, simply because of that clone aspect giving him a lot of trickiness to him, while at the same time there was a lot of things you could do, like jumping walls to certain camps using your Q. You could pretend to be your decoy in order to fake people out. You could use your decoy as a way to trick people into thinking you're actually there, and then go for a trade when they're not expecting it. That one never works a second time, unless they're really dumb, aka me. And then your ultimate was always really good for team fights too. Like, it provided a lot of CC, decent amount of damage. So, like, I don't know. Wukong's a champion I enjoy. And he also has an auto attack reset.
Not too.
Yeah. Makes his staff bigger. No comments on that.
Alright. The last topic I have is Girls Frontline. Just got a new event.
Oh! It did. The one where you can farm the bosses for high tier guns.
Well, mid tier, but yeah.
Oh, I'll have you know, there are some quality 5-stars in there.
There's one 5-star.
There's one 5-star, and I want it. I tried to get what was it? I was trying to get in the deep dive event, which I only got to do the last 3 days of. There was mission 1-2. You could get OTS 14. Was it? I think it was OTS 14. And I did that mission. I want to say almost 60 times.
Never got him.
Never got it. I said it's a very low chance. The chance is like 0.05 or something like that. Which, by the way, still a higher chance of getting Prestige Vein if you don't buy the Battle Pass. Yeah. Still terrible. Quite unfortunate. I want one second, real quick though. What is the 5-star gun that they have for that? Because I don't remember which one it is.
It's the G3 with the beret on their head. It's along with the shield ability.
I'm gonna move the picture here, so I'm still looking off to the side a little bit, but I'm a bit more forward facing. All right, it's the G3. What?
Hold on, I'll just.
Oh, was it the
G36C?
Yeah, G36C. Okay, the 5-star one. I don't know why. Whenever I think of the G36, I always think of like the 4-star one. I always forget that there's actually a 5-star one. I don't remember what that one looks like though, off the top of my head.
They have a beret.
Okay.
Blonde as hair.
Okay.
They're German.
Did you say blonde hair or Wanda's hair?
Blonde hair.
Are you sure it wasn't Wanda's hair?
It's blonde hair.
Can we split the difference and say it's Blonda's hair? Wanda's sister?
I don't know.
Did you just like mute your mic to swear at me? I'll have you know.
I muted it.
This is a family show.
I muted it to clear my throat, yes. Trying to be damn professional.
Dylan's a terrible person. He likes bad champions. ADTF was... Sorry. Attacks BTF is a joke. Jeez, Julian, what's wrong with your throat? You say people play Yu-Gi-Oh? was that the thing that... is that what you're gonna attack me with? People play Yu-Gi-Oh!
I said people play Yumi, but that one's even better.
Okay, yeah. People play Yumi. I thought you were just like... You want to play that way, Dylan? You want to play that game? Well, some people play Yu-Gi-Oh! I bet you're one of those people, aren't you? I bet you're the kind of person that plays Yu-Gi-Oh! Oh, shit! And I am one of those people that play Yu-Gi-Oh! And you know what? We know! But yeah, no, some people play Yumi. That's a shout out to Cameron, I guess. Like, Yumi's gonna be fantastic. I'm so sorry. Like, on release, it's just like, Yumi's gonna be great! But is it? Look, when your character needs a hotfix in, like, 1 week for 10 buffs, by the way. 10 fucking buffs. Which, by the way, I don't imagine will be able to push Yumi into being like super good. Definitely not the overpowered state that a lot of champions end up being released at in League of Legends, but like the only thing that was really good is her shield got a decent number early on, and I want to say her Q got a bit more time, or no, the slow on the Q, along with a little bit of extra damage, are probably the only things that'll have a big impact on the champion from those 10 buffs that they got. And even then, it's a little questionable because you still gotta like jump off whoever you're stuck on in order to get your shield, which I guess they were just like, yeah, you don't want to be stuck on one person all the time. But I don't know. They gave the character a gimmick that's super cool and everything, and then gave them a reason to stop using the gimmick just to then start using the gimmick again. And I find that a little weird, like a little counterintuitive. Like they could have made it where like the kit was just about jumping between allies and everything. I also kind of wish. Because you can't move or anything when using your ultimate. Like, whoever you're stuck onto can move, can't they?
Mm-hmm.
Are you able to switch who you're on?
I think you can jump off.
Okay. I kind of wish that you could... I mean, I don't know. If they wanted you to jump on and off of people constantly, they should have given more than just the passive. And at the same time, if they, like... I kind of wish, since they want you to jump from person to person and so on and so forth, so you can spread the heals, you can give your shield, and so on and so forth. Although, I don't know. what her attack range is, and I don't think there's ever a time where you actually want to be auto-attacking someone to get that shield. I mean, I guess before a team fight breaks out, you can hit a front, like, tank or something, and then jump onto one of your dudes to be like, haha, I'll save you from 2 hits. But I wish you could, like, jump around with your ultimate in order to, like, change which direction it's going in order to try and hit that easier. Or maybe while your Q is out, you can still jump to another ally or jump off your ally in order to extend the range that it can go. Like, just a bit more that would incentivize actually getting off and, like, moving on or swapping between people in order to, just basically, like, extend your skills. But she doesn't really have any of that. You either want to sit on one person, jumping to a couple people, doing this or that, and even that is not overly great, and I don't think there's anything that you can do, like, really cool plays with Yumi.
Yeah.
It's a little disappointing.
But they're a cat, and it's cute.
So if I was playing League of Legends, chances are I'd be playing them too, so... Cameron, we'll be shit together.
Yeah.
Cause it's you and me, and no... I don't remember that song. Cause and all of the people, and I don't know why. I can't take my eyes off of you, me.
Boo.
Does that make me a furry now that I sang that? Got a cat champion. Can I take that back?
What's wrong with furries?
What?
What's wrong with furries?
Yeah, it's just not what not where I thought I'd be going in life, you know? I guess, like, I'm already playing Yu-Gi-Oh!
You're already into anime.
I'm already into anime, you know? I'm already playing Yu-Gi-Oh! I enjoy cat characters in games.
You do?
It's been a slow realization, but this is it, folks. Evidently, I'm a furry now. Who knew? Evidently, Julian knew this whole time. Everyone. Everybody! I think that's probably, like, the only thing. My my Tony the Tiger reference earlier.
Yep.
That was the dead giveaway. Oh, dear lord. Yeah. So there's that. Is that the end of your list? No, League of Legends was one of the last two, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's still another thing. Alright, what do you got? What's this last one?
It was about the frontline update.
Oh, right. I'm dumb. How did I get from Frontline to League of Legends again?
Back to League.
That game really put some hooks in ya. There's no escape. You think you're gone, but it's just... They're slowly reeling you back in so you don't realize.
They think they're free, but they've got about 5 more feet till they re-download the client.
I'm gonna now reinstall League of Legends. But yeah, I don't know. For the Girls Frontline event, I'm not overly excited for it. It's cool, but drop chances are usually super low on them, and I'm not overly excited to go out and farm, like, D36. I mean, it's cool. I actually will try, but I don't think I'll be enthusiastically trying. It'll be like, yeah, awesome.
I just want the new one.
Oh, the Purple Air Sniper that they have on, like, the front cover one. Oh, okay. I don't know what the new one is.
P something SMG.
The P something SMG. PP13.
Is it?
Based off, like, what was it called? The Bison or some shit like that. I don't remember. It's the one that's it's got, like, the cylinder clip.
Yeah.
Yeah. That is actually pretty cool. It's a really actually it's a really nice gun design. Speaking of guns real quick, actually, to branch off a little bit here. Did you ever end up getting an airsoft gun?
I did not.
You did not. Okay, shit. I was gonna ask which one you ended what you ended up getting and what you thought of it.
Well, I didn't get it.
Oh, okay. Well then. I also have not got any airsoft gun. Unfortunately, there's still no fields inside the area, and as much as I'd love to get back into airsoft, trying to find time for that would be rough. That being said, it is the season. You know, the weather's warm. Although we live in Massachusetts, so, you know, it'll be like, yeah, we can have a nice game of airsoft in the rain now. Oh, fantastic. I don't know, you can't depend on the weather here, which is unfortunate. I'm trying to think if there's any more like upcoming games or anything. I'm excited.
Yeah, my list is gone.
Your list is gone? Oh, okay. Well, evidently you don't watch anime, so like there's half my list. Yeah. Yeah, did you ever play Classroom of the Elite?
Nope.
I'm pretty sure it was based off a visual novel, so I thought maybe. I watched the anime recently, and it's got a pretty crazy cliffhanger for the first season, which I guess they're gonna do. And it was one that got released a while ago, so I got a feeling a season 2 is not going to be happening anytime soon. But it was definitely based off visual novel, just from watching it. All of them always have, I don't know what it is about animes off visual novels, where you can always kind of tell, like, this was a novel, a visual.
Mm-hmm.
You know, distinct characters that they might or might not end up with, but it's not quite like the harem genre. Or it is, but it's not like quite the same as it would be. I'm trying to open Steam because I want to see what games are coming up, but Steam doesn't want to open, evidently. So I'm going to blow up my computer real quick. Oh, wait, is it like down here? No, it's just not even wanting to run. Awesome.
Mine does the same thing.
It's just like, you're in the middle of a show, you can't play games now. This is work time. This is not game time. I'm sorry. What are you trying? Oh, speaking of working game time, I still gotta, like, I have to bring back that video series where I'm trying to play through all of the games in my Steam library. That was a thing that happened for, like, I want to say, like, 2 episodes.
Yep.
I gotta bring that back because I have, like, 700 games accessible in my Steam library, and I have, what is it, I played / beat 30 of them so far. I got, like, a few to go. I'm, like, halfway done. But I feel like it... Yeah. I feel like it'll be a lot of fun to catalog that, that last leg of that journey. You know, those other 670. You know, that's where the real meat of the story is.
Of course.
Yeah. Let's see what games are coming out. Gato Roboto. Not excited. Or I should probably just, like, skip through to the ones that I'm actually, like, this might be cool. Or maybe not, because maybe none of these will actually excite me. Oh, right! The Halo Chief Collection is coming out at some point. I'm really excited for that. I'm terrible at this game too, but that's one that I hope will be really cool. Let's see, Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2 is coming up. Did you ever play the original Bloodlines?
I did, but I heard that that's going to be an Epic Store thing. I don't know if that's true.
Alright, well, it's currently listed on Steam, and it better come out on Steam. The Outer Worlds is coming up at some point, and I'm excited for that. Because that looks really cool. Oh, Subverse is coming up. The trailer was funny for that. Don't look that up. Bloodstained Ritual of the Night is coming out, and I'm excited for that. It's currently $36 at 10% off if you want to, pre-order it. The release date is June 18th. I was incorrect on that. Octopath Traveler, fantastic game, is coming out on Steam as well. Soon. And did you ever play Octopath? I'm not sure if you own a Switch.
I do own a Switch. I've never played it though.
All right.
I've seen gameplay of it.
Yeah, it was super cool.
I know what it is.
Yeah. I think those are all like the big name ones that I'm actually like, those are gonna be cool. Other than that, it's a bunch of like the usual stuff that you'll find.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Isn't there some like big game coming out later this year?
There's a lot of games coming out all the time.
No, like not another Fallout, but like something of that something that big that doesn't come out so often.
I don't know. Borderlands 3. You want to talk about that real quick, actually? Because we mentioned it, but we never actually talked about it. Like, have you checked out Borderlands 3 at all?
I think I have.
All right, so you
Have I?
looked at some stuff. I don't know. Well,
I
what's
know
your
I've
thoughts?
seen the trailer.
Okay, wait. Okay, have you seen anything other than the trailer?
I don't know.
All right. Are
Maybe
you
I gave
excited
up
for
after I
it? Like,
ruled on it.
what? Have you looked at any of the characters? Like, what
I
are you going
know.
for here?
Fuck.
I know.
Now,
I
now
know. Fuck. If anyone knows fuck, I know fuck. Specifically, Borderlands 3. Fuck.
so you ever have that moment
I hope my
where
brother doesn't watch this. Hi, Liam. Hi. Don't listen to that part from 10 seconds ago. This is my life.
you ever have that moment where you think of something and then when you want to say it, you completely forgot what it was?
Like when you're talking about Girls Frontline and then suddenly you go on a rant about League of Legends. And you
Yeah.
forget that you even started talking about Girls Frontline and you ask what the next subject is. But it turns out you were on that next subject like 10 minutes ago.
Kind
Not
of.
once. Never happened. Why? Do you do that sometimes?
I can remember the characters briefly, but for some reason I can't remember what they do.
Also, I'm going to apologize to everyone right now. It is warm as shit even with this window open.
I feel like there was a Beastmaster character.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I made a reference about it being warm. Sorry, I just mentioned that it was warm. And you're like, yeah, there was a Beastmaster. Octopath Traveler, right?
No, talk about Borderlands.
Oh, okay. Sorry, there was a Beastmaster in Octopath Traveler, where you could basically just be like, haha, the game is Pokemans. Magikarp Use Fly made that reference, and I'm stealing it here and now. So, woo. I don't remember there being a Beastmaster. I wouldn't be overly surprised if there was. I remember there being a Siren, which was able to have like 6 arms. I don't remember what their ability was. I want to say there was someone with a mech. Those are the only ones that really piqued an interest in my mind. I remember mostly like that, the ability to slide, because I was like, aha, Warframe! You can vault things, which is nice, because beforehand there's a lot of times where I got super close and it was just like, fuck! Because I know all about fuck! Specifically Borderlands 3, fuck! Hi, Henry, my other brother who might be watching this, I doubt it, but hi! You know. Oh, yeah. I remember guns with legs. That was super exciting. There's a lot more guns. I don't know how. I mean, it's super cool that they have a lot more guns and everything. I doubt I'll see 10% of them, but it's nice. But yeah, so it's mostly just all of that. Some guns with legs, 2 people, and fuck! Borderlands 3, fuck! Hi, Allison. Just wanted to complete the family, of us kids now.
All right.
Yeah, let's see. So the movement system, I remember there being a music gun on one of like the early bosses or something. Oh, right. Scaled enemies along with player level of separate level. Did you see anything about that?
No.
Okay. So evidently, enemies and loot will be scaled with each person individually in a game. That meaning, if I were to join you and I had a level 10 character and you had a level 60 character, or vice versa, let's say I'm the one, I have a level 10 character, you have a level 60 character, and you're joining my game, I would be inside the lower level area and I'd be fighting enemies that are level 10. We would both be fighting the same enemies, but your enemies would then be level 60 for you.
Mm-hmm.
So everything is scaled individually with each person. I'll be fighting level 10 enemies, you'll be fighting level 60 enemies, even if the enemy is the same person. So each enemy will be both level 10 and level 60, along with all of the loot. All loot, along with their scores and everything, will be generated for whatever level that person is who is currently looking at it. And that's pretty fucking neato. I'm not sure how that's going to work out or what kind of complications that might cause when the game is actually released, But it is exciting to have the idea that you could bring an overpowered character into a lower level game and still have a challenge in there. Not completely making the character overpowered in that area where then that person's just like, haha, I'm just pick these up, I guess. Woohoo!
Yeah.
And the person who is higher level going in isn't just like, I'm bringing my friend through the game so I can get him to end game. They're actually able to fight things and get loot. That's pretty cool. Downside of this is I will kind of miss just being able to be like, who did it to you? Who downed you? Be like, it's the guy over there with the machine gun. Fuck that guy. Cause I know fuck. Specifically
just
Borderlands
join
3, fuck.
When you join someone on the final boss, your friend goes down like 3 times and you just shoot him once.
Yeah, it is like they die all the time, and then you just jump off the cliff, 360 no scope, land in a superhero landing. And it's just like, the savior is here, which never happens because it's an online game. They're probably gonna be like, oh my god, he's a hacker. I don't miss that.
Good times.
I think it's worth it though. Like, all in all, I feel like this will have, what is it? It'll have a lot more longevity to it. You can play the game for a longer time without it getting stale, I guess, so to speak.
Yeah.
I'm excited for that.
I don't think it's, once again, it's not a game I'm going to pick up on release. Evidently, if it's on the Epic Store, I'm definitely not going to play it on release. Like,
Yeah.
I downloaded the Epic Store because, it had Apex Legends, and I want to say it had Hades on there, which is a game done by Supergiant. The group that did Bastion and the group that did Transistor. Both fantastic games. So I wanted to play Hades, and I realized that the Epic Store was really annoying, and it was kind of weird to navigate. I couldn't just throw games in a cart, because they don't have a cart, evidently. And so, I don't know. I downloaded it. I have yet to actually use it. Thanks, Epic.
You're welcome.
Alright, so I am kind of curious as well while we're here. So what spurred you to suddenly want to start doing a podcast?
So how do I explain this?
I'm gonna put you on the spot. What do you got?
I wanted to do a lot of drawing lately, and
You say you've been on a lot of drugs lately? Sorry, I'm like deaf.
I've been wanting to do a lot of drawing lately.
I've been wanting to do a lot of drugs lately. Okay. Please continue.
And it's always too quiet in my room.
Okay.
So I like to listen to something. And
Okay.
lately, like whenever I listen to something, like let's take Markiplier's FNAF videos.
Ah!
I can't just listen to it. I have to actually watch it.
Yeah, I've been doing the game or anything. I've been having the same issue with the exact same thing, believe it or not.
So, long story short, there isn't really a podcast or anything like that. Like, what game was it? No, I was watching Jacksepticeye's live stream.
Oh.
And for like the first hour and a half, he just...
Right, they have YouTube live streams as a thing now.
Well, this is on Twitch, but...
Oh, well.
I thought you did.
For like the first hour and a half, he's just talking and everything. So, I like that whole environment.
Alright. So, what's your thoughts on this one we're doing here, because we had to worry about the setup and actually trying to get it to run and everything. We're just doing as a recording. What's your thoughts on going and trying to do this as a stream? Have you considered that?
You're the one who does the streaming, so...
Yeah, but if it was streaming, there would...
You.
I mean, I'm curious about your thoughts on, like, there being a chat and everything, and implementing that.
That's fine.
Alright.
I mean, in all honesty, we're doing this at midnight, and
we are doing this at midnight, evidently.
You, no offense, don't have the best subscribers.
I'll have you know.
Like, no, they are fine.
I want to. Okay. I was going to say, I'm going to tell you right now, all 43 of you, I fucking love you guys. Like,
No, I'm saying the
I know,
subscribers
like,
are great and everything.
I mean,
I'm just
they're
saying
mostly
you
fine.
don't
I
have.
subscribe to myself, and I secretly go out there and I stab homeless people, so they're mostly great. I'd like to just post-face this. That was a joke. Anybody who then takes this clip and is just like, we knew it all along, alright? That was a joke. Now, I know you're gonna clip out this part, so you have that part about me stabbing homeless people. I should have done it in a wacky voice. That should have been the way to stop that. I was like, yeah, the Yu-Gi-Oh thing's gonna come back to haunt me. Nope. It was the hobo murders.
Because I go arrest them homeless people. You want $10? I got 10 shanks.
Kafraffle, what were we talking about?
Streaming.
Are you sure it wasn't about fuck? Specifically, Borderlands 3 fuck?
We're not going back to Borderlands 3.
Hi, Dad. I'm just gonna start throwing in more family members each time I have to bring that up, or each time I decide to bring that up. I guess never really been called for. Yeah, no, just that is one consideration is actually streaming this. If you like us to try and stream this, put that down below. Also, if you think we need to update the background at all, you can put that down below. I'm not going to do it, by the way, but you can talk about it. What else is there? Because we're both out of topics now, aren't we?
Yep.
All right. So, Julian, now's the task for. Oh shit! All right. One. Out of the podcast names, have you considered any of them?
Are you still recording?
I am still recording.
Alright, you could try to have them just pick one.
Oh, okay. God forbid any of you have subjected yourself to this so far. If you get to the end and you want to put down a vote for what you think this podcast should be called, either on the list, not on the list, you can put that down below and it'll be put into heavy consideration. And if we end up using yours, I'll throw your name up top. I'll throw your name somewhere at one point. We'll do a shout out to you. It'll be worth 0 cents. If a bunch of people vote on the same thing, craft. I guess we have to shout a bunch of names out. So this is the last task. That was the first one, I guess. Viewer decided. Within reason. Like, we can't just have the, like, podcast, fuck. Specifically, Borderlands fuck. Borderlands 3 fuck. Hi, Mom. That last part's also part of the podcast name, by the way. So last thing. Now you have to come up with an outro.
Bye.
That's it. That's the whole outro. That's all. That's the outro. Go with just bye. Okay, just bye. All right. So I guess that's it for today. I want you to look at the camera with me, okay? Just stare directly at the camera, Julian. I can feel it. You're not actually staring at your camera. Stare at your camera, all right? And on 3, okay? 1, 2, 3. Bye. Oh, I fucking hate you.